How's it going, everyone? It is Oliver. It's Wednesday, so it's not my usual day, but I was just like, I'm gonna make a video today. So this week I'm gonna be talking about the pros and cons of being pre-everything. I think it's gonna be different for every person. Like, every individual is gonna be a different pro and con list, but it really helps to like literally make a tangible pros and cons list and put everything you can think of, like no matter how small it is. Really helped me to decide whether or not I wanted to go on T, and it was a pivotal point, I think, in my transition. So because everybody's different, I'm going to be talking about my pros and cons, which will probably be a lot different than your pros and cons, which will be different from their pros and cons. Like, it's just not gonna be cut and paste for everybody, obviously. Some pros of being pre-everything that I can think of, I mean, my skin was a lot clearer. Not that it's like horrible right now, but it was definitely a lot clearer before I was on T. It's really hard to know what the pros were, because now that I'm on T, I see a lot more pros than cons. Cons of being pre-everything, obviously being pre-T, you know, not feeling emotionally stable, not feeling right in my body. Definitely dysphoria was constant, and since being on testosterone, it's not completely gone, obviously. It's diminished, like a fair amount. I guess another con to being pre-T was my body shape and my fat distribution, which has changed a little bit since being on T. Again, these may not be applicable to you, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and apply them just to your own transition into your own life, because there's not one trans experience. It's gonna be different for everyone. So I don't know, it's a little difficult making these videos sometimes, because I think sometimes trans people like to see other trans people who look like how they want to look, and that's not always the case. I think there's this thing where I've seen it mostly in like the trans masculine, trans male community, that there's some kind of really, you know, attractive, like almost stealth, cis-passing trans man, and a lot of trans masculine, trans male people try to gravitate towards that and say this is like goals, this is the ideal, when that's really sad. Like, you should be your own goals. I mean, obviously I'm guilty of it. I've, you know, looked up to other people, but I think as you go through your transition, you just have to take what you learn from these people and apply them to yourself, and not just take everything in hopes that you're going to become this person when you're really just trying to build yourself. I hope that makes sense and that it doesn't offend anyone. For me, there weren't a whole lot of pros being pre-T, and there aren't a whole lot of pros now to being pre-op. So that's just me, you know? These are the decisions that I'm making that make me happy, and that's what you should be doing. Making decisions that make you happy and not based on anything else or anyone else. Whatever makes you happy, I guess I'm saying, is what you should be doing. So yeah, sorry, that was kind of a little bit of a rant, but I guess I just got a little carried away. I guess personal updates, I'm about, I think next week I'll be 8 months on testosterone, I'm pretty sure, and I'm gonna get I have a doctor's appointment to up my dose a little bit, because I feel like I'm kind of at a plateau. And yeah, I'd like to see some further changes and all that good stuff. I also have a phone consultation scheduled with Dr. Satterwhite. It's not till August, which I'm not surprised. He's a very popular surgeon, but I'm happy to have some kind of date set for, like, it just feels like I'm going in the right direction, if that makes sense. What else? I turned 21. I turned 21 on Friday, actually, this Friday. And I'm a little freaked out. I'm more excited, but still there's a little bit of me that's like having an existential crisis a little bit, but I'll get over it. But I have a good everything, and I'll see you when I see you.